So you gotta be careful in your words, because the very words you use, DL, they're gonna come back, and they're coming back to you, baby.
Much love to Shannon Sharpe.
Yes.
Good brother. Thank you for allowing Monique to come on the platform.
Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set.
DL Hughley just got called out by Katt Williams. A few other people joined in too. Now, the internet is going crazy about it. This is not just a fight between comedians. This one is more serious. It's about who has power and who is in charge in the world of new media. And right in the middle of it all is Shannon Sharpe. He used to be a football player, and now he has a famous show where he talks to celebrities. That show is called Club Shay Shay.
And I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know,
some people are saying Shannon Sharpe can't be stopped. After what happened between DL Hughley and Katt Williams, they might be right. This is how it all started. DL Hughley, who is a famous comedian and radio host, went on Shannon Sharpe's show. He is known for saying what he thinks. And on the show, he really said what was on his mind.
I thought it got to be too messy, and I said it out loud. I think for a while, Club Shay Shay was like Wendy Williams with a weight set. Like, damn, this dude. I mean, it was messy. The reason that those people went on Club Shay Shay in its first iteration before it became successful is because we saw what he did, and the reason I was going to go on it is because we saw what Skip did to him.
He said one thing that got everyone online talking. He said, "I ain't going on Club Shay Shay, that show's messy." That one line blew up on the internet. Everyone knows that Club Shay Shay is not just a normal podcast anymore. It is a big deal. It is where famous people go to share big secrets and say exactly what they think.
I said I was a journalist. I never professed to be a journalist. I'm an entertainer. If you want hard-hitting questions, 60 Minutes is the platform for me.
It is the show where Katt Williams did a famous interview that surprised everyone in Hollywood. It made comedians talk quietly and made studio bosses nervous. So when DL Hughley made his comment, fans thought he was being disrespectful. They thought he was saying Shannon's show was just for drama and not for real talk.
I said any number of things about the way Skip sunned him.
Is that when he said, "Put your glasses back on," or something like that?
That was so horrible to me that I think a lot of people were determined to help this black man be successful because of what had happened to him. And to kind of curate all that have that place that they worked so hard for you to have, so you would have your own space, be just an amalgamation and curate all the bull that is happening in our community seemed insulting to me.
Right.
That is when Katt Williams got involved. He was ready to fight with his words. If there is one person who always says exactly what he thinks, it is Katt.
the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know,
He doesn't hold back. He is always completely honest. When he heard what DL said about Club Shay Shay, Katt didn't just reply, he attacked him with his words. He basically said, "Shannon Sharpe is untouchable. You can't disrespect a black man who built his own business from nothing." He didn't have to ask Hollywood for help. That statement was powerful. It pointed out what is really important. Building your own thing is a big deal today. Shannon did something unexpected. He left traditional TV, started a podcast from nothing, and turned it into the most popular show. He did it all without asking big companies for permission.
Initially, I was going to do it, and it kept my schedule. It just didn't work out, but I'm glad I did.
To Katt Williams, that is very important. It is something you should respect. When DL called the show messy, he wasn't just making fun of a podcast. He was disrespecting the whole idea of building your own platform and telling the truth.
I don't be doing no fighting lately. You know, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank. Blank, 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 blank.
Let's be honest. DL Hughley is a legend. He helped build comedy and is a true king. No one can question that. But sometimes legends get stuck in the past. The world is different now. This is the time of podcasts and being real. And Shannon Sharpe changed with the times faster than anyone. He doesn't just do interviews. He creates big moments that everyone talks about. When Katt Williams came on his show and told the truth about Hollywood, it was a huge deal. It made regular TV shows seem boring. So when a big star like DL Hughley makes fun of that, it feels like he's jealous, not just giving his opinion. But this is bigger than just feelings. It's a fight between the old way and the new way. When DL called the show messy, he really meant it was too honest. The kind of talk that makes powerful people nervous. He said he doesn't want his words to be cut up and used for internet clicks. And he has a point. That is how the internet works now. A short clip can change how people see you. But here's the thing. That same scary internet is what makes people famous today. If you stay quiet, people forget about you. Playing it safe means you get left behind. So, while DL is trying to protect his old-school legacy, Katt Williams is protecting his freedom. Katt said you can't call a man messy just because he lets people speak. That hit hard. What Shannon and Katt are doing isn't gossip. It's setting people free through conversation. DL comes from a time when every word was planned. But Shannon, Katt, and the new creators are different. They are loud and real. They don't ask for a spot in the old system. They build their own. That's why Katt says Shannon is untouchable. When you build something yourself, no one can shut you down. You can't be canceled if you own everything. This is a big cultural change happening right in front of us. Shannon Sharpe was a football star. He could have had an easy job on TV. But he left that and built Club Shay Shay from nothing. People said he would fail. But then the show blew up. Big names like Steve Harvey and Denzel Washington came on. Shannon lets people tell their own stories. That is real power. So when DL called it messy, it made fans angry. Because Shannon is documenting real culture, not chasing fame. This isn't the first time DL has been accused of this. He has had fights with other stars like Kanye West. It seems like every time things change, DL calls it messy instead of progress. That's why people say Katt was right to call him out. Katt said it simply, don't knock another black man for building his own thing. We should be fair to DL. He isn't coming from a place of hate, but of fear. He has seen how the internet can destroy a career over one small mistake. He doesn't trust what the internet will do with his words. And that is a fair thing to be scared of. The internet can be mean. But what DL doesn't see is that Shannon isn't the enemy. He is the next step. This is a clash of two eras. DL represents the old, polished way. Shannon and Katt represent the new, real way. And right now, people want real. They want raw stories and honest emotion. Club Shay Shay gives them that. Now, let's talk about Shannon being untouchable. That's not just a cool thing to say. It's earned. It means he built his own empire. He doesn't need a big company to back him. He just needs his microphone and his fans. That is powerful. He can say what he wants without worrying about bosses. Shannon never even said anything bad about DL. But when DL called his show messy, it started a fire. And Katt Williams stepped in to make it clear, the old gatekeepers don't run things anymore. The new era builds its own respect. Katt said the real ones aren't waiting for approval anymore. They are building their own networks. That is what scares Hollywood. They can't control people who don't need them. But here's the real secret. Shannon Sharpe has trust. When he talks, people listen. Not because he's perfect, but because he's real. He shows his feelings. He built a place where guests can be human, not just a script. So when DL called him messy, it backfired. It showed that some old-school stars are out of touch. People don't want fake moments anymore. They want the truth. That's the secret to Club Shay Shay. It's not about drama. It's about being real. And that is exactly what people want. So yes, Katt Williams called out DL Hughley, and the internet agreed. Everyone could feel this was important. It wasn't about ego. It was about change. Shannon Sharpe is untouchable because he is brave. He built something real. DL might represent the past, but Shannon is the future. And Katt Williams is the bridge, the loud truth teller who reminds everyone what matters. Katt said it best. Stop talking down on the new wave just because you missed it. That might be the most honest thing Hollywood has heard all year. This is Buzz and Drama, where we keep it real. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tell us what you think in the comments. Was DL Hughley right? Or is Katt right that Shannon's platform is untouchable? One thing is clear, the new wave isn't asking for permission. It's already here. See you next time.